Hey guys, Greg here. Today I'm going to show you all of my Rush things. I have a lot of music, a lot of books, a lot of, various things from bands I love. But for Rush, it's definitely the most, by far, of things. I've got a lot of Swan stuff. It's probably a close second. Or maybe Frank Zappa, Depeche Mode. Trying to think. I do have a good amount of stuff for the band Suicide, but anyways, Talking Heads too. But anyways, so yeah, for Rush, we're gonna go over all the books, all the records, all the CDs, all the DVDs, all the other stuff I have. So yeah, let's get started. We'll start with the books because they're the biggest, and I can just put them back and talk about something else afterwards. So this is album by album, talks about all of the Rush albums. The only thing it might not have is some of the live ones. I know it goes up to Clockwork Angels. It does have Snakes and Arrows live, so it doesn't have Rush 40, which is the second most recent tour. I don't think it has the Rush 40 stuff. No, it doesn't. But that's okay. It's a cool book. My uncle got it for me at Ollie's a couple years back. This is Rush tour posters. So posters from shows. It's pretty cool. Found on the studio walls and concert halls, which is kind of taken from the song Spirit of Radio. Let me put these back. The words, I mean, the title of the book. Okay. Let's go to this. This is Rush, the Making of a Farewell to Kings, one of my favorite Rush albums. It's a comic. It's pretty cool. It just talks about the kind of the background and the recording of it. It's pretty cool. Put this one back here. 1 second. My big thing is I don't want to have too much stuff out, because I have so much stuff, I just don't want anything to get damaged. This is something I got for Christmas a couple years back. This is a Rush trivia book. It's pretty cool. This is Geddy Lee's memoir. I guess it's considered a memoir, right? My Effin' Life. I got to see the, one of the live, yeah, it's a memoir. I got to see the live show of this in, not Cleveland, it was DC, a couple years back with my dad. That was pretty cool. And I forget if I mentioned this just a couple minutes ago, but I just got to see Rush, I guess 2 days ago in Chicago, so I was really excited about that. Got 2 more books. We got Geddy Lee's Big Beautiful Book of Bass. This is very nice. It shows a lot of basses and things like that. I mean, not really things like that. It shows basses. And it looks like guitars too. Is this a... Sometimes you'll find a 6-string bass that has I won't get into it too much, but essentially a bass is usually longer, thicker strings, and there's sometimes 6-string basses that instead of just having a bunch of long strings, they have, it's basically like a down-tuned guitar instead of a bass guitar. It's hard to explain. Fender had one called the Fender 6, which is kind of what I'm thinking of, but yeah, it looks like there's some guitars here. So I'm going to go into some of the other stuff before we get too crazy into the records and CDs. Got some guitar picks I got from this Canadian store. It's Niagara Falls. I got these 2 picks. This is from the Clockwork Angels tour, with the sort of airship. And this is just a general Rush thing. This is pretty cool. These are some guitar picks. Has pictures of various albums. Fly By Night, Hemispheres, Roll the Bones, just a general Rush one, 2112. I'm not sure what this one is. Get a good look at it, hold on. I genuinely don't know what that could be. There's the Starman. There's Geddy Lee's face on the kind of inner sleeve of Signals. Again, I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it says North American Tour. Alex Lifeson, and then Fly By Night again. It's in this little rubber thing. It's pretty cool. It says Rush there. Okay, so there's one other kind of book thing I'll show, but it's kind of somewhere in between a book and like a, just a special sort of item. This is their tour book from the Power Windows tour. It's pretty cool. It's in a protective case, so I'm not going to open that. There's one other book that I forgot about. I meant to show this earlier. Let me be careful here. Knocked over a Frank Zappa bobblehead. This is Neil Peart's illustrated quotes. Pretty cool. Has a picture and it has the quote to go with. Oh, look, it's Frank Zappa right there. Anyways, Kind of an interesting coincidence that I knocked over my Frank Zappa Funko Pop. Okay, let's get started with the records. Or no, we'll do DVDs. Because there's much less DVDs than records. So we've got, I think, 5 or 6. Got Rush in Rio. Got R40. This one hasn't been opened. I think I got it at FYE. Actually, you can kind of see me. I might crack it open and listen to it. Watch it, actually. Snakes and Arrows tour. Move these to the side so they don't fall. Chronicles, which is, I think, the music videos. Time Machine. Rush 30 and Beyond the Lighted Stage, which is a documentary talking about the story of the band. Okay, so let's get started into the records. So, got a copy of self-titled Rush. My probably least favorite album, but it's okay. Archives by Rush, I think this is just the first 3 albums, yep. Debut, Fly By Night, Crest of Steel. So, it's pretty cool. I think I have 2 copies of that. Here we have Crest of Steel, which is one of my favorites. Awesome album. The Necromancer is one of my favorite songs, which is on here. Bastille Day is also really great. 2112, this is a cool copy. Let me see if I can take this off so I can take this out so I can show you. This is a more recent pressing of 2112, and the special thing about this, you haven't seen before, is there is a... I can't show it here exactly the way I'd want it to, but in the dead wax, there is... Oh, yes, I can. There's a hologram of the star, which is very cool. I want to show you... So that's what it looks like without it, but if you look at it at a certain angle, you could see. It's very, very, very cool. I really like that a lot. The only other record I've seen that has that is Jack White's Lazaretto, which I'm not a fan of Jack White, but I think it's pretty cool. You know, they were able to do that. That's an interesting record if you are into the sort of collecting stuff and, you know, just cool things with vinyl. They were able to put a lot of different things on that record, a lot of cool secrets and stuff. Rush has a similar thing, actually. I wonder if... I would imagine that the 2112 thing came after Lazaretto, because I think it came out in 2017. Sorry, I'm just putting this back in the sleeve. That's why I didn't really want to mess with this, because it takes so long to put back, and you guys are just seeing nothing. Farewell to Kings. This was a cool find. Took me a while to get that one. Hemispheres, my favorite Rush record. Or, well, it's tied for 2 with... not Moving Pictures, Permanent Waves. This and Hemispheres are my 2 favorite. Here is Exit Stage Left. This is a live album. Brand new copy of Hemispheres. We have Signals. And then we have, oh, here, let me move this. Give me 1 minute. Make sure everything is nice and rather neatly stacked, because I like to keep my records nice and nice, because who wouldn't? Okay, next we've got just a couple more. We've got, this is Grace Under Pressure. This is a station copy, radio station copy. It says, loaned for promotional, oh, missed it, loaned for promotional use, whatever. Pretty cool. Put it right there. We've got Power Windows. It's still in the, what do you call it? In the bag it came with, I kept it in. It comes with a audio card, which is actually really useful, because I think I've been meaning to get a digital copy of this, but this was a cool find. A lot of my stuff, I keep it really nice, because these are really precious to me. Hold Your Fire. Really nice one. Not a favorite of everybody, but good one. This is Rush Through Time. Now, I think this one's a live album, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this is... Well, actually, I'm not sure what this one is. I think this is... I don't actually remember. I think this is... It says Germany on there, so I think it might be some sort of weird German record. This is Clockwork Angel. I haven't actually opened this one. Where did I get this? I think I got this at Barnes & Noble. Cool thing about this is the clock is on 2112, because, you know, if this is, if we're in military time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go to 12, so then 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And then this is the 10 mark, so 12. Pretty cool. Nice little Easter egg of sorts. Okay, let me put my phone down. And I think before we get to the main CDs, I'm going to go through a couple oddballs first. This is I think this is a bootleg copy, it has to be, of Vapor Trails, the remixed version of it. If you guys don't know, the original mix of Vapor Trails is widely disregarded. That's all right. It's not bad. It's just there was something called the Loudness War, and there was ways people mixed albums in the 2000s that weren't very good. So it's okay. This is selections from Geddy Lee's debut solo album, and his only one, My Favorite Headache. So it's got some songs on there, which is pretty cool. It's sort of like a sampler. So it has My Favorite Headache and about 2 minutes of most of the songs. Pretty cool. Here's Clockwork Angels. This is in a different section because I got it at a later date than most of these, so I wanted to have it here. This is Half the World. This is from the album Test for Echo. It's a single. This is something I found along the way. I have a couple copies of this, but this is an unopened copy of the Rush remasters of Moving Pictures. I'll have to open that up one of these days and listen to it. Maybe I'll do it tonight. Grace Under Pressure. So I think some of these are just the later ones I got, and I just put them in a different spot. A CD copy of Exit Stage Left, and one of, I think, 3 CD copies of Hemispheres. There's also a Moving Pictures cassette. I'm not a cassette fan, but I think I found it, and I was like, oh, it's only a couple dollars. And I got it. Okay, let's see here. So we've got a lot of CDs. Like, I would say half of my collection of Rush stuff is just these CDs. I have so many. Let's grab a chunk. Now, some of them, I will be honest with you, are not in, like, order of release. Some of them are just kind of, you know, here. But doesn't make them any less cool to me. Be very careful because they are falling. Not falling. The books are falling. I have my Rush books just put kind of laid in there. So some of these are, if you can hear me, hopefully, some of these are unopened because I'll either listen to the record or I'll listen to the CD. But we'll start here. So unopened copy of the debut. Got a copy of Fly By Night from the these are 2 of the remastered CDs. Crest of Steel. I don't think this is one of the remastered ones, but ooh, hold on, these are stuck together. It's weird. Ooh, that's not cool. Okay, 2112, and then we have the deluxe of 2112. Got stuck there. I think this comes with a digital comic book, which is pretty cool. The comic book of 2112 is awesome. Awesome comic. Then we have, that's the last stack. Okay. Sorry for the darkness you're seeing right now. Farewell to Kings. This is the Hemispheres 40 edition. Regular Hemispheres. This is Moving Pictures, or not Moving Pictures, I keep getting confused. Permanent Waves, and Permanent Waves 40th anniversary. This is something cool. This is Spirit of Radio Live 74 to 80. This is, I think, a bootleg. This is 6 discs of radio recordings. Pretty cool. Excuse me, pretty cool. This is Rush Retrospective 1. This is a greatest hits sort of deal. Moving Pictures 40. Signals from the remaster. Grace Under Pressure from the remastered set. Power Windows, Hold Your Fire, getting high up here. Different Stages and Snakes and Arrows are here for some reason. I have no idea why, because they don't really belong in here. The next one in series, I guess, would be A Show of Hands, which was on top of them, I think. I also have an unopened All the World's a Stage, which is a cool live album from Rush. Let me move these guys to the side. We're starting to stack up pretty high, and kind of bothering me a little bit. Oh, one thing I didn't show earlier, but I will now, just saw, is I have a, let me get this out of the sleeve. I have a 45 of Time Stand Still. Got this in New York. It's pretty cool. So yeah, Time Stand Still, and then High Water as the B-side. All right. So next we have Rush and Rio. For some reason it's there. Geddy Lee's solo album, My Favorite Headache. Retrospective 2. Another copy of All the World's a Stage. Presto, Roll the Bones. That's a really great one. Counterparts, Test for Echo. This is the official version of Vapor Trails. We have a copy of Snakes and Arrows. And finally, we have a copy of Feedback, their covers EP. Very, very cool stuff. I'm gonna have to organize these a little better. The only thing I haven't shown in this video are shirts, because I have a lot of them. Some of them are too small, so I don't know where they are. And some of them are in the wash, because I just got 3 shirts from the concert I went to. So, other than that, I think that's where the video is going to end. I'm not sure if I have anything else. Oh, yeah, I do actually have a couple things. Here's a Rush poster I have. It actually got cut here because I was cleaning my room and I had a gift card and I tossed it. I don't know why, and it literally made a clean slice through my 2 favorite albums, Hemispheres, and then a little bit into Permanent Waves. First time I said it right. Give me a second. That right there is a Rush poster. Back there is a Rush poster. You can see me a little bit. There is a Snakes and Arrows poster from the promotional stuff of it, which is pretty cool. Got it for free at a record store. I think this is a replica of Geddy Lee's bass. A nice little Fender Jazz bass. One of his. I've got quite a few of those. Fender Jazz basses, that is. I can show you my basses too. They're not really Rush related, but I actually do have some Rush types of basses. I have a Spirit from Steinberger, which is the type bass he played. Of course, we have the Fender Jazz basses, and I have a Rickenbacker, but it's in a case, a Rickenbacker, under my bed, because it's one of my nice basses. I want to keep it super nice. And so yeah, that's my stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you later, and yeah, bye guys.